Ding, ding, ding.
Good morning, class. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are y'all today?
Good.
Very good. We're going to call the roll. And once I call the roll, I'm going to say your name. Once I say your name, you say here or present. Okay? Dee Dee.
Here.
Dakiria.
Here.
Asia.
Here.
Octavia.
Here.
Caitlin.
Here.
And where is Caleb? He was late today. Caleb, did you get a tardy slip? No, ma'am. Why didn't you get a tardy slip, Caleb? You don't know. But guess what, Caleb? Today is your lucky day. Because I'm so excited. Guess what Sunday is?
Easter!
Easter! And that's one of my most favorite times of the year. Can anyone tell me why Easter means so much? Octavia.
Because Easter already gonna give us eggs.
Because the Easter Bunny's gonna bring you eggs.
What? I don't know what church you go to, but I go to Second Chance Ministry where Pastor Pearlie Graham teaches us the true and living word.
That church one day. I've heard of Second Chance. Caitlin, why don't you come up and tell us what the true meaning of Easter is?
The true meaning of Easter is when Jesus died on the cross for our sins and rose on the third day.
Very good. All right. So class, Jesus rose on what day? The third day. I want to tell you guys something. You know, Jesus rose on the third day. He also was a healer. He was a deliverer. He healed the blind. He made the lame walk. But guess what else? He was a servant.
What is a servant?
A servant is someone that shows gratitude to others. They serve. They perform duties.
Why did you do that?
Well, Jesus wanted to present himself very humble, that he wasn't better than anyone else. So, the most important thing that Jesus did to show that he was a servant, he washed feet.
Why did he do that?
He still wanted to show that he wasn't better than anyone else. Jesus wanted to portray himself that he would show his disciples how to wash feet, and that was just gratitude. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Jesus washing feet. Now before the feast of the PassOver, when Jesus knew that his hour had come, that he should depart from this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. And supper being ended, the devil having already put into his heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him. So you already knew that the devil was already on the scene. He had already put in Judas to betray Jesus. He had already put in Judas to betray Jesus. So Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God, rose from the supper and laid aside his garments. He took a towel and girded himself. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel with which he was girded. Then he came to Simon Peter, and Peter said to him, Lord, Lord, are you washing my feet? Jesus answered and said to him, what I am doing, you do not understand now, but you will know after this. Peter said to him, you shall never wash my feet. Jesus answered him, if I do not wash you, you have no part with me. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. Jesus said to him, he who is bathed needs only to wash his feet, but is completely clean. And you are clean, but not all of you. So when he washed their feet, taking his garments, and sat down again, he said to them, do you know what I have done for you?
My God.
You call me teacher and Lord, and you say, well, for so am I. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. Most assuredly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is he who is sent greater than who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. Now, class, do you know why he was a servant? No. You still don't know why he was a servant? Well, if you don't remember anything, remember that Jesus portrayed himself to be very humble. Jesus also knew that he was showing others gratitude and his humility.
On the first day of the festival of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, where do you want us to make preparations to eat the Passover? He replied, go into the city to a certain man and tell him, the teacher says, my appointed time is near. I'm going to celebrate the Passover with my disciples at your house. So the disciples did as Jesus had directed them and prepared the Passover. When evening came, Jesus was reclining at the table with the 12, and while they were eating, he said,
Truly, one of you will betray me.
they were very sad, and began to say to him, one after the other,
Not I, Rabbi. Not I, Rabbi. Not I, Rabbi. The one who has dipped his hand in the bowl with me will betray me. The Son of Man will go, and that is written. But woe to the man who betrayed the Son of Man. It would be better for him to have not been born.
Then Judas, the one who betrayed him, said, while they were eating, Jesus took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying,
Take, this is my body.
then he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying,
all of you, this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins.
I tell you, I will not drink from this fruit of the vine from now until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. Then they went out